YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Burnt Training Garage. I'm your host, Chris, and today I'm going to be starting a new segment called The Good, the Bad, and the Poorly Executed. The idea behind this is I'm going to engineer some kind of unconventional way to solve what may just be a normal or conventional problem. And if everything goes great, the idea was good, it was executed correctly, we're going to call it good. If this was a garbage idea, I did not hold up my end of the bargain to this whatsoever, we're going to call it bad. We're going to trash that in the comments. Please give the video a like, not a thumbs down. Trash it in the comments. And finally, the third one is going to be poorly executed. Poorly executed is going to mean, hey, it was a great idea, but my engineering talent just didn't meet the occasion. So the first episode I'm going to do is probably the most controversial thing I've ever done to an off-road rig. Not a K5 Blazer. This time around it was my K10 Chevy pickup. So a number of years back, my friends and I were trying to figure out where we wanted to go wheeling for the weekend, and they had all settled on Red Cone Pass in Colorado. Red Cone is a moderate to difficult trail, one of the more difficult ones in Colorado. And my biggest concern was ground clearance on my stock 84 K10. If you see some of the videos like TFL Off-Road, they took a brand new Bronco up that. I want to say it had 37-inch tires and it still drugged the skid plates. Therein lies the problem. I had no skid plates on that truck. So I had an aluminum transfer case that hung that far below a cross member. The last thing I wanted to do was hang the truck up on an aluminum transfer case. So I had about 36 hours to hobble together some type of skid plate. So my solution at the time, for my friends who know me, and if anyone watched my IKEA garage cabinet build, you'll know one of my favorite tools is Unistrut. Yes, using Unistrut and two pieces of 1x1 1/4-inch plate that I got at, where else? Home Depot, I hobbled together a skid plate for the transfer case of this truck. And this is where I get to the video segment and I can relax. Intro's done. Okay, so as you can see here, I ended up having to extend the bolts on the cross member in order to have enough room, in order to have enough bite to clamp in Unistrut. So went ahead and replaced those with longer bolts, bolted in the Unistrut, bolted in, drilled holes in the 1/4-inch plate, bolted those in. You can see using carriage bolts. I was thinking ahead. Welded kind of an angle in the front, best as I could, lay underneath the truck. That was also, not that I'm a great welder today, but that's also back in the days I really didn't know what I was doing. That's not much of a bar to have been set. And you can see kind of in the back, I've got one really long piece of Unistrut with like an L bracket on there. The idea behind that was I didn't really have a whole lot of support anywhere I could find. So this was meant to, at worst case, flex, and that L bracket would hit the frame and hopefully stop the skid plate from going any further. So as you can see, it actually covered the skid plate pretty good. I took it up Red Cone, and as this video will show you, the truck drug along that skid plate and did just fine. It did not hurt the transfer case at all. saved it. You can even see my exhaust. I ended up crushing the Y pipe on that thing, trying to get it through that trail, and yet that skid plate held up. It's even strong enough to be held up with a floor jack. Before I went off-roading, I tested it. In the driveway, after I got everything all bolted together, I threw a floor jack underneath it, and I was able to lift the whole passenger side of the truck. So I think it worked out well. I'm really interested, though, to know what you guys think. Was this good, bad, or poorly executed? This wasn't meant to be a permanent solution, but I'm pretty sure I installed this in 2012, maybe? 2013? Yeah, two freckles past a hair. Yeah, it'd be about a decade ago. And they're still down there. So they're still useful as far as I'm concerned. And maybe one of these days I'll actually put together a real skid plate for it. But for now, Unistrut's the answer. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. Like and subscribe, please. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow the channel, and hopefully I can make more content for you guys. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching.